Hello everyone. My speech is a little bit different because I haven't done a research project, so today I'll be talking about how my university degree and volunteer experience have shaped my career aspirations. Hi, my name is Jocelyn Clark and I'm a third-year student studying a Bachelor of Science majoring in wildlife biology. I am completing my degree at Griffith University, which is located on the coastal side of southeastern Queensland in Australia. I have a dog named Ziggy who has helped inspire me to help wildlife and animals, and that passion has only grown throughout my studies. I'm currently enrolled in subjects that focus on conservation, and for over a year now I have been volunteering at Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary, specifically in the rehabilitation section of the Wildlife Hospital. In this presentation, I'll be sharing my fieldwork experiences and volunteer role and how these opportunities have shaped my career goals and love for the environment and wildlife. My volunteer experience. Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary, or also known as CWS, is a heritage-listed wildlife sanctuary originally founded by botanist Alex Griffiths in 1947. What started as a small aviary to distract lorikeets from his garden has grown into a 27-hectare sanctuary. When Alex passed away, he left the sanctuary to the National Trust to ensure that its focus remained on wildlife protection. CWS has numerous native Australian species that include koalas, kangaroos, dingoes, and various birds, as well as exotic animals such as capybaras and llamas. Today, it operates as a non-profit organisation and is one of the busiest wildlife hospitals in the world. As someone who's always had a strong connection with the animals and the desire to protect them, volunteering at CWS has been the perfect fit. I work in the Wildlife Hospital as part of the rehabilitation team. Every day, we care for a diverse range of animals, including koalas, raptors, lorikeets, mammals, turtles, and water birds, all recovering from illnesses and injuries. Volunteering here has been an invaluable experience and has helped me grow in so many different ways. For instance, I used to have a strong fear of birds. I was always afraid that they would attack me and harm me. However, seeing these birds injured and scared helped me realise that they will only ever attack because they are also scared. I have a better understanding of birds now, and I've been able to help catch birds with a medication, and I'm a lot more confident around them. Volunteering has helped me grow, not only as a future scientist, but as a more understanding, patient person. Wildlife health and research impact. Koalas are found in New South Wales, Queensland, Australian Capital Territory, Victoria, and South Australia. They are listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List of threatened species. But in 2022, the population in Queensland, New South Wales, and Australian Capital Territory, as shown on the map here, was listed as endangered under the Environment Protection and Biodiversity Conservation Act 1999 in Australia. Did you know around 60% of koalas admitted to the Currumbin Wildlife Hospital are infected with chlamydia? This bacterial infection is one of the most serious threats to koala survival. Even among the remaining 40%, many show early or subclinical signs of chlamydia. Nearby universities have developed a vaccine for koala chlamydia, which has been trialled since 2020. Koalas in the wild are captured, vaccinated, and then tracked and recaptured over a 3-year period to assess effectiveness. Seeing this research in action has been eye-opening. It's shown me how science can make a positive, significant difference in the lives of vulnerable animals. Because of this, I now know that I want to pursue a career in research, contributing to wildlife protection through evidence-based solutions. Working with lorikeets at CWS has also strongly influenced my desire to pursue a career in research. Lorikeets, are a native Australian parrot that are brightly coloured and are usually primarily green with a combination of blue, red and yellow. One of the most common patients in the hospital are lorikeets suffering from paralysis, known as lorikeet paralysis syndrome. It affects your ability to fly, blink, walk or swallow. While some recover with food, rest and time, the cause of this seasonal disease is still unknown. Current research suggests a link to environmental toxins, and it is thought to be from specific plant species. Without CWS, many of these birds would not survive. Ongoing research into the cause of this disease offers hope for long-term solutions. But until then, the sanctuary continues to provide life-saving care. Even though I'm not certain what specific job I'll have in the future, this experience has given me clarity. I want to be able to help the wildlife and environment through research. Botany fieldwork. Throughout my degree, I've had the chance to take part in a range of fieldwork experiences that has built my confidence and shaped my goals. My first fieldwork experience was in the subject botany, where I learned how to conduct vegetation surveys and identify plant species in the field. The vegetation assessment was conducted by locating rare, threatened and significant plant species, as well as identifying significant weeds and infestations. The book, Mangroves to Mountains, helped us to identify any plant species that we were uncertain of. It was the first time I really saw how theory connects with the real world. We learned to recognise a wide range of Australian plant species and understand how they interact within ecosystems. Ecology fieldwork. My next major fieldwork experience was in ecology. We explored the invertebrate community across different zones in the blackbutt forest on Griffith's campus. We achieved this by collecting 3 samples from dry, elevated areas within the forest. Each sample measured 30 by 30 centimetres and consisted of leaf litter, which is a primary habitat for many invertebrates. In another study, we assessed whether there was a spatial association between red bloodwood and broad-leafed paperbark trees in the same forest. Quadrats were taken throughout the wet, mid and dry zones of the forest, and the quantity of these 2 species of trees were recorded. Our findings revealed a significant negative spatial association, deepening my understanding of species interactions and habitat dynamics. Marine science fieldwork. Most recently, I took part in a marine science trip focused on soft shore and rocky shore environments. We studied crab burrow density across wetland habitats and investigated the zonation of periwinkle species. The crab burrow density was determined by randomly throwing 5 replicate quadrats that were 50 by 50 centimetres. The crab burrows within each quadrat were identified and recorded. A similar method was used during the Rocky Shore field trip involving periwinkles. To investigate the zonation of periwinkle species, 5 replicate quadrats 50 by 50 centimetres were randomly thrown within each shore type of exposed, semi-exposed and sheltered. The quantity of periwinkles within each quadrat was then recorded. This fieldwork helped me understand how human actions on land such as pollution, runoff and habitat destruction have direct and serious impacts on marine ecosystems. These intertidal zones are sensitive indicators of environmental health, and they remind me that every part of nature is interconnected. For instance, the ocean helps regulate our climate, and yet it's deeply affected by what happens in forests, cities, and farms. These experiences have reinforced my interest in fieldwork and helped me realize that while field-based data is powerful, it also comes with challenges, like weather, data inconsistency, and the limitations of human observation. But these challenges have inspired me. I want to help improve how data is collected and interpreted to make research even more reliable and useful for conservation. It has allowed me to comprehend how closely linked invertebrates, and the ecosystem are. Furthermore, being immersed in the ecosystems showed me the importance of fieldwork in identifying and addressing the problems facing our natural world. Overall, ultimately, these experiences have confirmed something very important for me. I don't just want to study environmental science, I want to live it. I want to be out in the field, witnessing firsthand the challenges our environment and wildlife face, and actively contributing to meaningful solutions. I am especially interested in combining hands-on animal care with ecology fieldwork and contributing to wildlife health through research. I want to be where the animals are, playing an active role in protecting them through both practical care and scientific investigations. My passion lies in fieldwork, research, and conservation, and I'm excited to see where this path takes me next. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any question from please?
Okay, I can say that I hear about a lot of field work experience about you and maybe wildlife rescue, but I'm curious about which field you want to keep digging in the future.
I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot of stuff that I'm really interested in. I really like Australian mammals. I think they're really interesting, and there's like such a diverse range of them, but I'm excited to do research, probably focus on that kind of area. Yeah.
Oh, it's a good decision in Australia.
Thanks, Charmings. Thank you very much. Yeah. In the last presentation, I would like to invite Miss